If you live out of state and you just inherited your parents' home
in Littleton or South Denver,
this video is for you.
And you need to sell. And first of all, we understand that this is an emotional process. Kim and I have helped many people who live out of state and their parents have had a home to sell in Littleton, and we've helped them navigate the process because it is a process.
Yeah, so we do have a clear roadmap that we can help you go through to get the journey done.
In this video, we're going to talk about the 4 steps that you need to take to sell your parents' home.
So that first step is to establish legal authority to be able to sell the house.
Yeah, who has the authority to sell the house? So what is going to happen is you have to find a will if there's a will, and the will will have the names of the executor, and then you will take that to the court and get the letters of testamentary. And that'll assign the personal representative for the home.
So in Colorado, only a court-appointed personal rep, like Amber was just talking about, or an appointee would be able to sell the property, and that comes from the court.
There's a couple different ways that most of the time this is going to probate. There's a couple different ways that you can bypass probate if there was a living will or a living trust. Mm-hmm. There's a couple different options, but most of the time everything in Colorado is going to probate.
So in Colorado requires probate if the deceased owned real estate solely in their name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no matter what, if you own property in Colorado, you're going to have those letters of testamentary to be able to sell the house because the title company requires them.
Yes.
That shows to them that, yes, the court has put their stamp on it, and yes, you can be the representative to sell that house.
And the title company has the authority on that one. They won't let you sell it without it.
So we want to remind you that you cannot list, market, or sign anything until those letters are in hand.
Mm-hmm. So that's the first step, is figuring out who has the right to sell the home. The second step is to navigate probate. And so that's once you have those letters of testamentary and the personal representative has been appointed, and then it goes to probate. And you need the death certificate.
Or a will.
Or a will.
That has a list of heirs and assets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're just, we're reading off of our list to make sure we don't forget anything to tell you. So there is a 4-month creditor notice period. Mm-hmm. But we've had clients navigate around that when the heirs had all agreed.
And that they could show that there was no outstanding, like the parent had nothing. Mm-hmm. The house was free and clear. Their car was free. Everything they had was
everything was paid. So that was
credit cards, nothing.
That was a really short. There wasn't really a probate. I mean, it took a couple weeks versus 4 months.
And so, just to think, a realistic timeline is 6 to 18 months. It could. They say that, but I know that
we've had
experienced a lot
go much faster.
Yeah.
But if you have any problems with, establishing that authority, or you have any heirs that are not playing nice in the sandbox, if you will, that can last a lot longer.
Right. So here's the good news. You can list and sell the home during the probate time after you had those papers. You don't have to wait until probate's closed to be able to sell the house.
True. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that's step 2 is probate. So number 1, find out who has the authority to sell. Number 2 is probate. And then number 3 is to secure and
assess the
property. Mm-hmm. So most of the time that some of these are happening simultaneously, right? So if you just find out that you're the PR and you get the keys and you have everything.
What's a PR, Amber?
Personal representative, sorry. If you find out that you are that person, you have the keys, and this has all been discussed beforehand and there's a really clear path, these can all happen simultaneously. So you do need to get into the house and see what kind of condition it's in.
Right. So we always say be sure and secure the house. So you don't know, how the neighbors have come and helped, or somebody's always come and helped. They might have just given them a key. So you want to change those locks first and foremost, and make sure that all the utilities stay on. Please don't turn off any of the utilities, because in order to show the house, you're going to need to have all those on.
Yes. And make sure, again, we were saying sometimes the property is free and clear, so make sure that the home does have insurance and that those bills are still getting paid. Or if there's a homeowners association, that those bills are still getting paid. So you want to make sure that bills associated with the house are being paid so that you're covered.
So you can do a video walkthrough, or if you're going to be listing the house, you'll be able to have that to be able to prove the insurance if there's something that you need to show them that was there. And then also don't throw anything away.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like let's say that so we're talking about if you're out of state and you have relatives that are all over and siblings that are all over, they might want to come and maybe that your loved one wrote a list and it's in the will or it's in the trust of what people get. So just be sure to not decide, oh, let's just get rid of this. Nobody's going to want it, because you'll be surprised what people are going to want for memories.
And you also need to go through it because some people have old stock certificates and random things that you wouldn't think that they might have that would hold a monetary value.
Right. And so when you go to sell the house, when you do talk to Amber and I to have you list the house, we'll go over it and we'll say, okay, if they've done nothing to it for years, we'll say, we'll sell it as is. Or some people say, yeah, but if I put a fresh coat of paint on it and if I put new carpet in, it might sell faster. And we've seen that go both ways.
We have. And sometimes you need it and sometimes you don't. And a lot of times people want to do it anyway. We'll always give our recommendations and you can take what you will from that.
Right. So, and you talked about the insurance, right? To make sure that it's still on there.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
the HOA too.
Yep.
If you're in it. And did you say that too?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I don't listen to her very well.
We're covering all your bases.
Okay. So then step number 4
is pricing in the local market. So that's part of getting an agent. And well, that's not number 4. This kind of goes with number 3, but you want a local agent that knows what they're doing. You don't, obviously, if you're an 80120, we would be your local agent helping you make those deciding choices.
Right. So then the last step is tax basics, what out-of-state heirs need to know. And the first good thing is that Colorado has no state estate tax and no state inheritance tax. We are simpler than many other states.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes.
And then the federal estate tax only applies if it exceeds $13.6 million. And we don't have too many homes that are that price in Littleton, Colorado. So you should be safe there.
Well, that's a total estate exceeds.
The total estate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all your assets.
Right. If they're not that. So I'm going to read this because this explains it better than what Amber and I've done in the past. So it's called the step-up cost basis. Step-up cost basis from the IRS. This is federal. It says the home's taxable value resets to fair market value at the date of death, not what your parents paid for it 30 years ago. So my dad and my stepmom bought her house. Her parents helped her when she was 20. And when my dad passed away, they were in their late 80s. And I think her parents helped her buy the house like $25,000. And when my father passed away, it was about $986,000. So you're not going to want to have to pay capital gains on the difference between 25 and 9, whatever I told you it was. It's going to be the date of his death. If it was worth $930,000, then it's only the difference between those two.
Yeah, and so this is like if it did take 12 or 13 or 14 or 2 years, like for some reason you held the house or you rented it, it is only going to take that time from the date of death, if that makes sense. Most people sell it pretty quickly, but if you don't, that is a very beneficial program. So
if you sell it quickly, after inheriting, you may owe little to no appreciation, or not appreciation, but capital gains tax. So if you wait longer, you have a potential capital gains exposure, right? The longer you wait, like they die today and you don't do it for 3 years, you're gonna pay gains. You're gonna be paying gains on that.
Again, we're not CPAs. It's
correct.
Just our experience, what we've seen, but we're not CPAs. But talk to a tax advisor, and we have a good one if you need one.
And they can get you in the right direction for all of this. Even from another state, they're more than happy to help you.
Yeah. So again, the 4 steps you need to do. You need to determine who is the personal representative who can sell the estate. Number 2, you need to secure I'm sorry, I think I went out of order. Number 2, you need to navigate probate. Number 3, you need to secure the property and the assets. And number 4 is your tax basics. So those are the main 4 things that kind of go into it, and they kind of simultaneously happen most of the time.
So like we said, we're local in Littleton. That's 80120. And we are happy to help out. Since we have the experience, we know the market. We were going to talk about what the market is today, but if you aren't listening to this 6 months from the time we published
it's going to be different.
That market's going to be different.
Littleton,
So we really can't tell you, how that's going to affect you at the time that you have someone that has passed away.
Yeah.
And you don't need to fly out here. Amber and I have done it with maybe them coming out once, and we've done it without them coming out at all.
Ever, yeah.
So,
or some people are local and they want to do it. But if you're out of state, that we're here for you to help.
Yeah, it's nice now with everything that we can do so much stuff just online.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can sign online too out of state for closing. A lot of people ask that question. So if we get all the way through to the closing and you're wondering if you have to fly in then, you don't even have to fly in then. We can navigate we call it a mail out closing for you.
Yeah. So call us before you do book something, and we can talk about to see if that's really necessary for you to come out.
Yeah, what's your options? And be sure to like and subscribe for more tips on navigating how to sell your parents' house or an estate when you are out of state.
We're always here to help you.